Craig Budner, how are you?
I'm great, Mo. Great to see you.
Fun. I think we've talked about doing an interview with folks and or with ourselves that we can share with people for a long time. And we were originally going to do something in our big fancy studio, once that's built. And when we were talking earlier this week, we thought, man, people need help and inspiration and really practical tools about what they need to do around business development due to the coronavirus pandemic. And I just thought your perspective from having a global platform at K&L Gates, having worked with not hundreds, but thousands of lawyers and professionals all over the world doing what you do, I just thought it'd be really fun for us to tape this. We don't know totally where it's going to go, but it's going to be great. And then we can figure out how we get this out so folks can have some really, really practical tools to use going forward. Does that still sound
No,
good?
it sounds fantastic. I've been looking forward to this.
Good. Well, so for people who don't know me, my name's Mo Bunnell. I'm author of The Snowball System. Our expertise is business development for professionals. So we work with two big groups of people, folks in professional services, lawyers like you, Craig, consultants, accountants, architects, engineers, actuaries, but also folks that are account managers, account executives, client executives in really big service-based companies, outsourcers, healthcare companies, organizations where across everybody we work with, folks that have one foot in delivery, delivering on some kind of thing that's been purchased, a big contract or professional services, and they have one foot in growing, finding new clients and growing the clients they have. And you have just such a great perspective in that. So tell us
Thank
about
you.
your role at K&L Gates and what has brought you to this point in your career.
Well, and I might add, if you don't mind, you might have to blush for a second, but we've worked with you for several years and have really benefited from the experience. And one of the things that I think your team and you are so fantastic at is nuancing to the particular situation. You know, people who are supporting any kind of sales environment, it's not a one size fits all. And I've just been consistently amazed how your principled approach applies to so many different industries and disciplines. So we're friends, but we started as fellow professionals working together, and I've gotten to see your system in action, and am a huge admirer, as you know. I am at K&L Gates. I'm the Global Strategic Growth Partner, which is just basically a name that we created because we couldn't really figure out how to. The prescriptive names were a little too long, but basically I manage our lateral hiring program globally, which involves both the intake process, identifying candidates that might be a good fit for us, as well as the integration part, which we think is our secret sauce, getting people in the door and working collaboratively with their partners and peers around the globe. And that's really where you've helped us in such a tremendous way. The second piece is the business development team. So I manage our global business development professionals. There are about 90 of them that we have around the globe, and they help both support and lead strategic efforts. You know, we're a fully integrated global law firm, which we think is a helpful differentiator. The way we kind of keep our business model going is that we want to encourage as much collaborative solutions, as many collaborative solutions for our clients as we can. And the only way to do that is if people know each other and like each other and are literate in practices other than their own. So I help stimulate that literacy. I help talk to clients about what they really need and how we can help them, and see if we can't provide an authentic solution for that need.
Yeah, and I think what's interesting about your role and specifically K&L Gates is that there's a lot of organizations, whether they're professional services or service-based companies like we work with, there's a lot of organizations that are very specifically geographic centric or very specifically practice or solution oriented centric. So people don't really talk to each other outside of some kind of silo. And I think what's interesting about what you and the entire leadership team at K&L Gates has built is, and you talk about this, truly a platform where people are working together across geographies, disciplines, expertise areas, and things like that in a way that we don't usually see. And I think you, in particular, for this interview, are going to be interesting because you've racked up millions of miles on various airlines, flying around the world and working in those offices, in those expertise areas with people, and you've seen what works and what doesn't work when it comes to that. I mean, how many professionals are at K&L Gates? I think that's interesting. And how many partners? Things. Give us some data.
Yeah, it's over 2,000 professionals. We have about 1,800 plus lawyers, 45 offices, and on 5 continents. So we're really truly global. I mean, we're not in every market, but we're in a lot of markets, and we're in a lot of markets in the United States that our competitor firms don't choose to be in for their own strategic reasons, which are very important to them. But we're in great places like Portland, Oregon, which have an epicenter for technology, Charleston, South Carolina, which is a home for international real estate development and investment. And so there are places, RTP, which is really the main office that manages our healthcare practice globally. So there are a lot of we're in a lot of different markets in the United States that you wouldn't necessarily think a global law firm would be in, and we're there.
I love it. Well, and I think from you in particular, you've been to, those are US examples, but I've heard your stories about being in Australia and Europe and everywhere else. You're always in a different place. Not right now, but
Yeah, yeah.
oftentimes. So this is awesome. So I think you've had this unique perspective of seeing inside different disciplines, different geographies, literally all over the world. Well, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. For more content like this, check out my most recent video and be sure to like them so other people can find out.